What is up, everybody? This is Taint Peter back again with another game playthrough that I will be playing and then reviewing. And if this game really is good, I'll make some guide videos for it too. The game in question today is Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. Where did that fucking crown go? I could swear to God I put it right here by the entry table with my car keys. Did you touch my fucking crown? We're going to be looking for that crown. We're going to be enjoying all kinds of combat and exploration, finding hidden walls and unlocking skills, because this, my friends, is a Metroidvania. And not only that, but from what I hear, it's a really fucking good Metroidvania. Look, if you follow old Taint on this channel, or maybe you've seen even just one or two videos, you probably picked up on the fact that I fucking love Metroidvania games. I also love Souls type games. Those are probably my two favorite genres, and this is looking to be a pretty good example of the, what would that be, the former, the Metroidvania. So look, with that being said, let's just get into it real quick and we can talk about it as we go. I will say I started it for about an hour on my Steam Deck in save file 1. Maybe it's not updated on the cloud, so to be safe, I'll start a new game here on save file 2. Exploration, this means it's not going to give me map info ahead of time because I'm not a total wuss. Fight difficulty, warriors, balanced combat, experiences and challenges on your path, standard difficulty. Nope, we're going to go a little bit more challenging than that. Okay, let's go with hero, middle of the road. It's a 1 above the recommended level, so this is challenging combat for those familiar with action games. Okay, yeah, let's try this out. If it's too easy, I think we can kick it up or down if it's too hard, but I don't think we're going to be kicking it down.
30 years had passed, decades without rain. The once fertile plains of Fars had become as barren as the Lut-Salt Desert. A few arrow shots from Persepolis, the Kushans, bloodthirsty warriors from the east, were attacking Persia. Persian soldiers defended the land, no matter the cost. Ardashir resisted heroically, but his men fell one by one. Anahita summoned her remaining strength in battle. For Yuvishka, the Kushan general, victory was certain. Until history took a different turn. The 7 Immortals were the best warriors in the kingdom. One of them would become a legend.
Onward, Immortals!
Okay.
Don't worry about me. I'll be fine. Save Persepolis. I will go help my wounded warrior.
Alrighty. So here we are, dropped into the world of Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown. And let me just say right off the bat, I've only played an hour of this game, and I really like it so far. So we're going to show you why it's cool. We're going to play the whole fucking thing on the channel. But I guess as we get started here, let's see. It looks like I'm the member of like 7 immortal heroes. There's a huge war going on, as we can see. We're in the middle of a big battle. I don't really know a lot about the story yet, except that. Mostly I've been focused on figuring out the mechanics and how it all works. So interestingly, Prince of Persia, I guess let's just talk a little background here. The first one came out in 1989, and I remember that game. I don't remember it from 1989, but I remember it from the early 90s. And I remember it being cool because you could kind of like... This seems really asinine and stupid now, but you could do shit like this. You could jump... Well, maybe I'm not doing it here, but you could jump and hang on ledges in that game, which for a platformer back then was really cool. Like, most of the shit was like Mario. Like, you jump, if you miss the ledge or just come close, you're gonna fall. Prince of Persia, you could grab onto things and swing around, and it was like you were kind of like a monkey or something. Let's parry that. So since then, Prince of Persia has gone 3D, most famously, I think, like from 2000 to 2010-ish, there was one or two Prince of Persia games that were more 3D type puzzle games with some action, and now they're back to platforming. Interestingly enough, but the cool thing is they're now a Metroidvania, which they had never been a Metroidvania before, even in their platforming days. Just watching the story here. So that's cool. It's like, I think the people who grew up on Prince of Persia that are maybe a little younger than me, who just remember the games from, like, 2008 and earlier, expected the new Prince of Persia that, it's been probably 10 years or more since when it came out, to be 3D sort of again. And even though this is sort of 3D, it's really a 2D type game, right? You can move left, you can move right, you can jump, you can drop down. I can't, for example, turn straight and walk over to these guys here. They're just in the background. So in that sense, it is a 2D platformer, even though it has 3D graphics. And then the map layout, of course, is a Metroidvania, which has been super popular lately, which I could not be more happy about. And that just basically means there's a lot of exploration, there's a lot of hidden puzzles, you have to reveal a map. I'll show you more about that later. But it's an exploring type game, and you unlock traversal skills as you go. For example, there'll be places you'll see as you pass them the first time, but you will not be able to get to them until you unlock a skill, like, say, a double jump or a wall jump, or the ability to just do different things that'll get you into a place you couldn't go before, even though you might come across that place early in the game. So it makes you have to constantly double back, look for things you've already seen. It's just fun. If you like exploring and you like finding secrets in games, like, Metroidvanias are the shit. And this is one of them. So let's see what else here. Interesting thing, Prince of Persia, I don't know who originally made it, but I know it was not Ubisoft or Ubisoft. And I hear people say this game company a couple different ways. I used to say Ubisoft, but then I was corrected by a friend who's like, dude, it's Ubisoft. They're called Ubisoft. So I'm going to call them Ubisoft as much as I can here. Ubisoft, of course, makes Far Cry games and Assassin's Creed games. So I've played a lot of those games, and they're not horrible, but in my opinion, Ubisoft pretty much conjures images for me of, like, really big, bland, boring open worlds where things are copy-pasted and the game goes on way too long. Like, a good example of this is Assassin's Creed Valhalla, which I played, I liked it, but, like, holy fuck, dude, that's like an 80-hour game, and the content is just so copy-paste from one thing to the next. It's few and far between. It's just a big empty world, right? Like, an open world should feel full, it should feel alive. Ubisoft does not make games that feel like that, in my opinion. And now they're doing Metroidvania, so that's what's weird about this game. The whole reason I even bring them up is, like, why the hell are they dabbling in this? It seems very out of their wheelhouse, but what's crazy is this shit is really fucking good. And I'm not just saying it because I played an hour of it, although I have, and I agree it felt really good, and it feels good as I play it now. But the feedback so far from, like, early reviewers and some gaming people that I respect is that this actually is a really good Metroidvania. So that's a little baffling given who made it. But I have to tell you, and we'll go more into this as we do the playthrough, it feels really fucking smooth. The world building is awesome. The weapons and the ability unlocks are cool. We're only going to find more and more out about it as we play. But having just done pretty much dual back-to-back Metroidvanias for my channel, which were Blasphemous 2 and The Last Faith, I have to tell you, this feels better than both of those games. Okay, here we go. So parry with left trigger. Boom. And again, I know that's a bold statement because I put probably 20 hours or more into each of those, and I've only played this one for 1 hour, but that is how obvious it is. And I guess maybe it's just the mechanical aspect at this point. I have not beaten every boss yet. I have not unlocked every secret, but just from the way that it feels to play, it is so smooth and so fluid. And neither of those games, I would say, are super smooth or fluid. Blasphemous more so than The Last Faith. But this brings Metroidvania shit to a really modern, good feeling place that I like.
Take this. You might need it.
I also have a game philosophy thing here where, like, oh, that's interesting. So now I have a heal. That's great. A game philosophy thing where, like, more important to me than graphics or story or anything like that, it's the mechanics of, like, how does it feel? How does the controller feel in your hand as you move in the game, as you fight in the game? Is it clunky? Is it fast? Is it slow? Is it smooth? That to me is like the most important thing, because that really is the experience of playing a game. Your hands through the controller to the computer or the console or whatever. How does that feel? And this game has that magic touch to it that I can tell even after just an hour, and even just playing it right now, it's fucking sweet. Trying to think of an example of another game that like has that magic touch. I'll think of something.
Your life ends here. Not if yours ends first.
Oh, we got our first little mini boss here. Uvishka, horse butthole. All right, horse asshole, let's go. So the game has taught us to parry, right? So we're gonna try to do that. There we go. You can see, like, this has a weird, almost Soulsy type feel to it, and I do hate comparing everything to Souls games, but it's got something special with the 3D and the parrying and the smoothness. So even though it is a Metroidvania and it is 2D, it just kind of doesn't feel like it. When you're fighting this boss, it feels like more is going on than really is. Here we go, gonna parry that. With my foot, apparently. Just kick that guy right in the fucking face. There he goes. Alright, now we're gonna do a little ground fight. Ooh, what's up, motherfucker? Okay, we're gonna drink our heal now. Here we go. So I have to admit, although I remember the first Prince of Persia game, I didn't like play it all the way through. I'm not a fan. I just remember like playing it on Nintendo at a friend's house when I was a kid and being like, oh, this is cool. You can hang on ledges and you're like jumping over crocodiles and stuff. So I don't really have an attachment to the lore of Prince of Persia. I know that some people do. So I can't really speak during this playthrough or even when I do my review about that. I just don't know if this matters in the scheme of things with the Prince of Persia story. Does it fit in? Is it annoying? I don't know. I don't know. I can only judge it on gameplay mechanics and its, you know, virtues as a Metroidvania. That I feel qualified to speak about.
30 years ago, the divine bird Simorg graced my shoulder, thus showing his trust in me to guide our people.
That
Today,
bird shit on my
I,
sweatshirt.
Tamiris, Queen of Persia, praise your valor and loyalty, immortals. Barum, you and your forces have once again saved the kingdom.
Hassan, Prince of Persia.
Pardon me if you hear some chewing. I'm going to snack on a pretzel during this.
Word of your deeds precedes you through the streets of Persepolis. Accept this royal sash as a token of our gratitude.
Sargon, the Rashabar, the black wind that destroys all in his path.
I didn't choose that name.
You need not worry. I do not attach any importance to these superstitions. The winds also carry the seeds of I am truly glad to meet you, Sargon.
Thank you,
Sargon.
Hassan.
Let us drop the honorifics. And may we get to know each other in less formal circumstances.
This guy asking me on a date?
As you wish, Hassan.
Okay, so we've got a royal sash offered by Tomiris, Queen of Persia. The highest honorary distinction reserved for the most valiant warriors. Okay, I will wear that sash proudly. I'll mince around in that.
We owe this victory to you, Rashabal.
Just watch out. The Rashabar is said to sow ruin and destruction.
I do not believe such stories. That is all that matters to me.
Okie doke. What's this guy have to say?
The House of Tamiris.
Okie dokie. I mean, like, look at this amazing commitment to having a 2D with a 3D background. It looks fucking awesome. I mean, I realize it's 2024 and there's games that look way cooler than this, but for me, who's been playing just so many sort of like pixel art style Metroidvanias for so long, outside of maybe Metroid Dread, this is the coolest looking modern take on the format that I've seen.
The others are probably not all warriors belong in the throne. Join them, Sargon.
Let's see, so at some point I'm going to be able to access a map. I can't do it yet. We're still obviously like at the very, very, very proto early
I'm
beginning of
proud
the
you,
game.
Sargon.
I defeated Uvishka, and we saved Persepolis.
Did we? Thousands died on the battlefield. We're out of supplies. Persia is barely surviving. Would you call that a victory?
I let my pride go to my head.
A warrior's journey is always one in progress. And when there's nothing left in one's path,
What is at the end of my blade?
found an answer yet.
I won't figure. Maybe a drink will help.
Thanks. But you have what it takes to become one of the great.
I know.
And listen to Varum.
All right. Ah, yes. Now this is Prince of Persia shit here. Look at that. Look at that traversal. So, I mean, I can already tell you, even though I'm only barely scratching the surface on my Steam Deck playthrough, this game has some serious fucking traversal that's so cool. It just puts other games in this genre to shame.
He looks nothing.
He took everything from his mum, that's all.
Alright.
Whose type?
The kid finally decided to join us.
The hero of the day.
The Queen's new protege.
So, you're mingling with aristocracy now, eh?
Or trading in your swords to become a satrap.
Laugh all you want. Who eliminated it?
Don't encourage them, Sargon.
It just means you've impressed them.
Yeah, he's right. You were impressive.
If you want to talk more quietly, I won't be... So, will you still remember us now that you're famous?
Guess these are like the other immortals, of which I am a member.
Sounds like
Elite warriors. I don't know that we'll see them again. I hope that we do, but I don't know.
It is amazing what you did. You should be proud of yourself.
One of our own eliminated the Kashan general.
And you are the White Lion's pride.
You ragtag bunch of immortals. You have always been destined for greatness.
And with Sargon's bravery, that's another one for the history books.
We made the city safe. The people are at peace again.
This is cute, but Can we go celebrate now? Our usual holds has food and drinks on the house. Moram, you're coming with us.
I wouldn't miss it.
Varro! Prince Hassan has been kidnapped.
Whoa, who the hell is this? She's like an avatar.
Be in the palace.
A Navi.
You may be the last to have spoken to him. We must find Prince Hassan.
All right, here we go. Something has gone down at the palace. Now there's assassins or ninjas. I guess it's not a ninja, right? We're not in Japan, we're in Persia. So yeah, there's some great attacks right off the bat. You can hit up, you know, like juggle people up in the air. You can hit down. You can do like a charged attack. And then there's specials coming later too. But right out of the gate, they give you a pretty good little repertoire to deal with. Now we're gonna get all emo and pissed about this. Channel our rage. Uh-oh, he's pissed. Athra is the sacred energy that burns in every living being. In battle, the greatest warriors can control their Athra, intensifying its light to exceptional abilities. Sargon's attacks generate Athra. I'll take a damage. Okay, so basically I have like a special attack bar, right? When I hit people, it builds up. When I get hit, it goes down. Once the gauge is full, I can use it. Left trigger and X. Got it. Let's try it right now. Ooh. Oh, that feels so good. What's up? Ooh, I tried to block that. Let's see if I can get a good parry in here. There we go. So that's true. I can do a sliding attack that kicks up like that and then juggle them in the air. Which again, it's just, it almost feels like a fighting game. Not like, you know, obviously it is a fighting game, but I mean like Street Fighter or something. The ability to kick people up and fight midair. It's not very Metroidvania-like, but man, does it fit in well here. And of course, the ability to slide underneath people. Ooh, that was a waste of that, but whatever. You know what? We're showing off. Let's continue on our way, folks.
Anahita, what is this all about?
I wasn't planning on killing you, Sargon. Stay out of this.
Move out of my way. What the hell was that?
Oh my, she looks tough.
Still a child.
You'll never catch that horse. Come on.
I'll find you, Hassan.
Uh-oh. What do we got back here?
That sword swinging wasn't just for flair.
A faceless knight who wants trouble, it seems. Let's fuck this dude up. Come now. So when their eyes glow red, you cannot parry that. You must dodge. This is what I have learned the hard way. The other thing I've learned is like sliding under people is fucking incredible in this game. Slide away. Come on, let's bring it up. Right into the middle, baby. Let's do it right here. What do you think? And here comes the special. Yep, and that's how we do it. I don't even think that guy hit me once. Comment in the comments, folks. Did that guy hit me even once? I don't think he did. I think that was a no-hit defeat of that piece of shit.
What is going on?
And as you can see, it just feels good to fuck people up in this game.
Yes, she is.
I mean, I don't want to get cocky. We may come to the point, though, where we want to kick the difficulty up. I can't say for sure yet. I don't want to do that and then get my ass handed to me and look like an idiot in front of YouTube, but, you know, that kind of shit. If it continues for another couple hours, we will kick up the difficulty. I don't want this to be a cakewalk. I want it to be a challenge, you know? It's like having al dente pasta. I don't want it to be too soft to the point where there's nothing to chew on, but I also don't want it to be raw, because then it sucks to eat. It's that fine balance in between.
Bring him back.
Tough but fair. That's what I crave as a gamer. Tough but fair. Give me a fucking challenge. Let me overcome it. Don't just mindlessly beat the shit out of me. Like you're my older brother and our parents are in Europe for the week. I want, and also don't roll over like, you know, like a dog who wants a belly rub. I want that nice challenge. Do those metaphors make sense to you? Once again, leave it in the comments, folks. Let me know.
Anahita took Prince.
I can't fathom why Anahita would do such a thing.
Sargon, you know her best. What do you make of it?
It doesn't make sense. She has always been loyal.
She wants to seize power for herself.
Okay, so Anahita, the woman who just met me and summoned that guy that I beat the shit out of, she wants to become the Empress.
But the mighty god used to live on Mount Carve, and perhaps still does.
Okay.
It has always been the Simorg who appoints future kings and queens. Anahita probably wishes to receive.
But why kidnap Prince Hassan?
She needs him. The gates to the Simorg temple only open for
She has lost her mind. She will never get the Simorg's blessing like that.
We can't be certain. After all, the Simorg may be weakened.
One thing's for sure. Prince Hassan is in danger. She will kill him.
Immortals, follow me. Let's help out.
Wait for me here. Don't worry. I won't be long.
He says don't belong to the horse, but I have a feeling he's not going to see that horse until the game is over. Could be wrong, but that's the feeling I'm getting here. Alright, let's see. Continuing on straight into here. So my understanding is we're climbing a mountain called Mount Qaf. Q-A-F. Hello, kind sir.
most sacred of mountains.
Been here before?
No, but I've read about it. This place was once the site of King Darius's palace. Religion, medicine, astrology, geometry, algebra. All knowledge. Mount Qaf was home to a great citadel of wisdom. The pride of all Persia.
And? What happened?
No one survived to tell the tale. And to think that Prince Hassan is caught up in all this. Who knows what might await us?
Yeah, I mean, I guess it's interesting. He's talking about Prince Hassan being caught up in all this. Like, in the original Prince of Persia games, I think you're actually playing the Prince of Persia. This time, you're some other guy named Sargon. So once again, I'm not the Prince of Persia lore expert. Like, if you're really interested in that, find another YouTube channel to look it up on, because I am definitely not going to get into it. But, you know, it is kind of just something to take note of. I don't think we are the literal Prince of Persia. Much like, you know, in Zelda, you're not playing Zelda, you're Link. Maybe we're trying to save the Prince of Persia like she's Princess Zelda.
What is sorcery?
I'm a warrior, not a seer.
Frozen as it falls.
As if time had stopped.
Yeah, that is interesting. It's like this thing is suspended in midair, falling, a big statue.
Here, not everything is what it seems.
I'm good. Kais and Layla are by my side.
Your swords.
Yes. They have never betrayed me.
Yeah, you want to laugh at my swords, huh? It's fucked up. You know, these swords mean a lot to me, and I just don't appreciate the making light of it. You'll see over the course of this game just how fucking sweet these swords are. Ass. Oh, shit. Okay, yeah, so that's the thing. Immediately you can realize here we got good views. You can drop through shit. You can explore. And wait till we get our map and one other skill that I can't wait to tell you about, but I'll save it till that skill comes. It'll be here soon. It's something that I think makes the Metroidvania genre like so much better. Something I can't believe no other game has thought of before. That is how cool it is.
We must proceed with caution.
Sure, Menelaus. You can scurry from shadow to shadow like frightened vermin.
I'm serious, Orod. There's a strange presence here.
I can feel it too. And there's only one way to find out.
Let's go then.
Barum, this is Azad, one of Ardashir's men.
Well, it looks like he's seen better days.
Long dead, judging by the rot.
How is that possible? They left not long before us.
We are not welcome here.
Stay on your guard. We will find the prince and Anahita.
We go east.
We don't go anywhere. You'll only slow me down. You're on your own.
Oh dear. Uh-oh, they're waking up. Here we go. So I'll say this. Right now, you know, this first episode of this playthrough, I'm playing on my PC. But I'm hoping, once I get my cloud synced, to make other episodes of this on the Steam Deck, because this game, in my opinion, and every Metroidvania really, is so great on those handheld consoles, whether it's a Rogue Ally or a Nintendo Switch or a Steam Deck, which is my personal favorite. It is just like a format that lends itself to that. I mean, if you're on an airplane and you're just playing something like this platformer, you know, it's perfect because usually your battery will last. It's not too demanding of a game to play. And it's just got that perfect level of like, you can sit and get lost in it, right? If you're playing like Cyberpunk or something, that's fun, but really that's a game I prefer to play on a big screen or a PC screen. It's just graphically intense. It's a lot. And even though it's amazing how well something like the Steam Deck can handle it, it's not the ideal, you know, venue for that game. It really isn't. This, however, I have to say, like, you know, I'm playing it on my PC right now. It's really no better here than it is on my deck. There's like no reason that this should be the place for me to play it. It's exactly the same, which to me says like, hey, why can't I just sit on my couch and do this? Well, in tonight's example, it's because I want to record, you know, my first playthrough video on the PC just so it'll be easy and, you know, better. The recording you could do on the Steam Deck. Oh shit, I just got murked. You can do recording on the Steam Deck, and I will be doing recording on the Steam Deck. I did a bunch of it for The Last Faith and for Blasphemous, but it's just a little trickier, a little more annoying of a workflow. However, gameplay-wise, again, it's like, I don't know, I don't see a reason not to do it. Alright, I'm gonna shut up and kill these guys. I'm getting my fucking ass kicked, and it's not going the way I want. So you can see right now, I only have 1 health refill, and I just used it. But that's okay, we're gonna keep going. Boom, look at that parry. You see, when they die, they shed these little, like, crystal... Whoa, let's get out of here. Crystal things. Those are kind of like in-game currency, and it's going to be a minute before I can show you where we're going to spend those. But we are going to spend them. And interestingly, and I kind of like this, unlike, you know, things like Blasphemous... Actually, I guess Blasphemous doesn't make you lose your currency. It gives you a whole other weird punishment for dying. But anyway, this game doesn't make you lose currency if you die, which is a nice break from the Souls-like format. Open the shortcut here. See, that's where we just were. It just lets you keep it. Let's see. Mighty Simorg, the bird of knowledge. The Simorg holds the key to all truth. He's the guardian of time and destiny. Oh my. Keeping everything in balance. Infinite power resides in his feathers. His protective flight brings peace and prosperity to Persia. Those lucky enough to be touched by his shadow are forever protected from the forces of evil. Blah, 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 blah. Okay. So something, something, something about a bird. Copy that. Got it. So it's cool. When you're swinging around here, you can use this left stick to point what direction you want to swing, and you'll sort of just like swing indefinitely till you make up your mind, which is cool. Let's drop down on this guy. I actually don't know what this is. I don't think I've done this yet. But, you know, all Metroidvanias are about secrets and exploring. Alright. Not much I can do about that. Don't want to drop down there. Spikes. Yep, this seems like something I'm going to want to come back to later. And that's just fine. So one other little Steam Deck thing I'll tell you is that the new Steam Deck OLED, which I just got like 2 months ago, has upped the Steam Deck's refresh rate to 90 hertz. I think the Steam Deck LCD was like 60 hertz, which is still great. I mean, like 60 hertz is totally smooth and fine, and I think that anyone who says otherwise is fucking lying. But I will say 90 hertz is better. 90 hertz is basically means you can do like a 90 FPS frame rate, and the monitor will actually reflect that, right? Like if you have a 60 hertz monitor, you're trying to do a 90 FPS experience, you won't be able to, because your monitor will only refresh the image 60 times per second, and you're trying to get 90. But if you have a monitor hertz rate that is 90, you can do a 90 FPS game. And basically what I'm saying is you can crank this game to 90 with the Steam Deck's hardware and the Steam Deck screen. So you get a very smooth 90 frames per second, a true 90 frames per second, reflected not only from the game hardware output and your graphics card in the Steam Deck, but also on the actual screen refreshing itself 90 times per second. So it's going to feel good. It's going to feel very, very smooth. And I'd say that's one of the biggest selling points of this game that I've noticed so far in my brief time with it. It feels so fucking smooth. Let's read this. Smurg's protection. Smurg. So it's the Smurg is that bird we were talking about. It's the justice and the measure of all things. From the plains of Fars to the Nile Valley, the protective shadow of his majestic flight tempers the warmth lavished by Mithra. The ears of wheat, barley, what is that? Agelops and einkorn turn ripe without drying out. The harvests are prosperous and feed the people. As long as his wings grace the Persian sky, happiness and prosperity will reign. Well, I'm going to tell you a little something about your buddy Taint Peter here. I am not a big bird guy. I don't love birds, not really interested in birds, so this bird talk is boring the shit out of me.
This place is too dangerous for a child.
Don't worry about me. I know the Citadel better than anyone. I know every step. I even go where others can't. I've chatted and argued with every creature. And I know every tree here.
Like this one. Are they all like this?
These trees are special. They're called Wak-Wak. They have the purest of Athra. So, stand beneath its leaves to restore your energy. There are many Wak-Wak trees throughout Mount Calf.
Tell me, you say you know all here. We're in search of soldiers like us. Our prince is being led by a general. Have you seen anyone like that?
A prince? There hasn't been a prince here in so long. Well, if you've lost your friend in Mount Calf...
What's that?
It's a very rare, very ancient thing. Here, for you.
Eye of the Wanderer. This magic glass eye gives its bearer the ability to map all of Mount Calf. Okay.
Try it.
Yes, this is what I was saying earlier. So now we have a map, right? So we can see all we've been through is this long run here. But it's about to get vertical. It's about to get diagonal. It's going to get nutty.
I might as well show you a neat trick to remember places on Mount Calf.
Okay, so this, I did not understand this at first, but now that I do understand it, this is like a mind-blowing innovation in the Metroidvania world. Memory shards, blah, blah, blah. I'll just show you rather than read that. So what this does is you press just down on your direction pad and you will create a picture that is accessible just from going to your map, and it will show you something, right? And that something could be like, here's a treasure in this case. Hold on, let me get through this real quick.
I'm Sargon.
Oh, does well. So I'll share my discoveries.
Time critical.
Yeah, just trying to get through it. All right, she's going to run away. Okay, so, like, for example, here, you see that there's a treasure box up there, but I don't have a double jump. I can't wall jump here to get to there. There's no way I can get to that. So what I would do is, like, press down, create a vision memory, and then I can go to my map later, look at these things, wherever I've put these vision memories down, and say, what is this? What was I trying to remember for later? Look at it and be like, oh, this is the place where there was a, box of treasure that I couldn't reach. Maybe I should go back there because now I can double jump. And then when you're done with it, you can literally like click it like I did. Get back to it. And you could just delete it. Boom. Gone. Now I'm going to probably put it back just because I do want to remember this treasure chest. But it's something that like Metroidvanias are fun and there's a lot of exploration, but it's really hard to remember shit like this. Where we just had one of them down here. We went down this whole thing and there was a locked door at the end of it and a spike pit. And I was like, oh, okay, well, we'll just turn around and come back later, I guess. I might forget that that was ever there. I might never get back there. But now, because this feature exists, I can snap a photo of it. And if I'm ever wondering what to do in the game, I can just like pull up my map and look and be like, oh, yeah, it was like down in here somewhere. There's a thing I couldn't do, but it's been several hours and I've unlocked a bunch of skills. Like maybe I could go back there now and find something there. Maybe I can actually make it through the locked door. So that to me, huge step forward for the genre. Hopefully other, imitators pay attention. That rules. Take that from that guy. Yep, take that from that dude. Alright, let's see here. So, bounce. I don't think I want to go there quite yet. Let's see what this is all about. Oh boy, alright. Use my special on this dude. There we go. Oh yeah, you can't slide under these shields. You gotta jump over them. Ooh, and look at that. A hidden wall. Let's go through it. Okay. Oh shit. All right. Oh my damn. Oof. Man, that's some serious shit. Hold on one second. All right, we're gonna go right back there. We're gonna get what we've missed out on. Now I'm gonna take some of my frustrations out on this dude. And, I dare say, these dudes here. Now I know at some point like a jump dash is coming. Oh damn, I did not realize that was spitting out hot fire like that. Whew. You know, like where I could jump and then dash, but I don't have it yet. What I want to do is defeat this fucking lion right here. Oh boy. Alright, he's down. How do I use that? There we go. Really quickly. Okay, I got whatever was over here. And this looks like a nice little shortcut. You already read that. Okay, back to our tree. So the trees in this game, you'll notice, look, top left corner, it says 0 next to my health flask. When we interact, now I have 1. So this is, I really fucking hate to say it, but it's a Souls-like element where it is giving us a set number of heals, you know, per run basically until we touch one of these trees somewhere and refill our shit. And of course we will be able to get more than one as we continue to level. In fact, let's see, how long is this going on for right now? Maybe it's time for part 2. I do think it's time for part 2. Okay, cool. Well, guys, this has been part 1 of a playthrough that is bound to be a ton of fucking fun. If you like Metroidvanias, maybe you're just a Prince of Persia fan, or, oh, I flatter myself here, but maybe you just like Taint Peter. We're going to have a blast with this game. So join me in part 2. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you're not already, and I'll see you on the next one.